pretty much how every single day feels before I'm about to get out of work. Kind of sums it up with that music there. So for the next 30 days, I will be filming every single one of my workouts, exactly what I do. And this is actually more so for myself than anything else. I tend to notice that just like if somebody was over your shoulder while you were working and watching what you're doing, you are going to do a better job on average than you would if somebody was not over your shoulder watching. And that's the theory behind me filming every single one of my workouts. If you find that boring, you can stop watching now. If you do enjoy this though, make sure to press that like button and subscribe to see other videos like this in the future. It's not just going to be that. I will have other content dispersed throughout, hopefully some good adventures. Make sure to check the description for the last couple videos that I've put out. And this day was actually back day. So I was actually thinking about it. If everybody on like a collective worldwide or macro scale did this and they filmed themselves or they kind of held themselves to or like raised their own personal standard, like I have better contractions, getting a better workout with myself filming because I know that I'm going to end up releasing that. So given that, on a macro level, if this was happening with everything in our lives, if we were not necessarily filming, but with the way privacy is going, with every type of social media outlet out there and cameras everywhere and everything like that, we are essentially making our lives available for anybody with the time or who really wanted to. Somebody could piece together somebody's life if they had access to all the cameras and everything. So that being said, if everybody was aware of that, they would raise their own personal standards. So by doing this, I want to raise the standard that I hold myself to for my own workouts. So I'm going to be doing this for at least 30 days, filming every single workout. So if you have any questions about any of these, you can, shoot me a message down below in the comments. I'm not telling you to do this. I'm just saying if this were to happen like on a macro level, society as a whole, the entire standard for society, everybody would be holding themselves to a higher standard. So think of the things that would accomplish over, say, a generation or two. So by the time, 20, 30 years goes down the road, everybody is going to be better off because they're holding themselves to a higher standard, not just in the gym, but just in life. Think about the things that you say or the things that you do. Would your wife be happy about the things that you say about her? Would your coworkers be happy? Do your actions align with what you are doing? You know what I mean? Your actions align with what you're saying, or do you say one thing and do another thing? And that for every single aspect of our lives, not just the gym, but at work and relationships, whether that's a sexual relationship or with friends or family. We tend to say one thing in a public facade and potentially act differently when other people are not around. And I don't want to do that. And that is the whole purpose of these. So I may actually do a couple on my diet as well. However, I don't know if I will be releasing those. If you want to see one of those ones on the diet, then make sure to press that like button. I think that might get really boring to watch for my diet because not everybody wants to see me eating the same shit every day. Although it does change every once in a while. But generally speaking, that change is not going to be enough to make it noteworthy. Instead of having chicken and sriracha, I might have chicken with salt on it. So to me, that's a change. Other people's book, that might not be a change. Do you eat exactly the same thing every day? Let me know down below in the comments. Pretty much 7 days a week, I eat the exact same thing. On the weekends, instead of starting with 10 egg whites, a lot of times I will have oatmeal, or I will start with 10 egg whites and then have oatmeal. But it all depends. Sometimes on the weekends I don't feel like cooking, so instead of having chicken, I have like 30 to 40 egg whites throughout the day, just because that's pure laziness. That's what it is. It's 100% laziness, and I just don't feel like cooking, so I just have egg whites. So this total, when I was done filming this, the total footage for this came out to be 31 minutes and change. And then obviously it's edited down. That included the 15 minutes of warm-up. So I tend to start my workouts with a 15-minute warm-up on the Stairmaster. If I'm at a gym that does not have a Stairmaster, I'll use the treadmill with a 15 degree incline, and then walking for 15 minutes as my warm-up. So that's for my warm-up, but then also I don't want to gain a ton of fat over this bulk. I'm currently bulking. I went down to about 205, and I've been bulking for maybe, I think, 5 weeks now. I immediately put on a good amount of weight, but I've definitely noticed that I've put on a good amount of fat. At the end of this video, I actually did a little bit of posing, so you can actually see a lot of, if you look back a couple videos ago, you'll see the midsection and the lines were much deeper versus this one here, where it's a little bit more smooth and not as many striations for any of these. Also, if you notice this, I didn't change up the order or anything. This is the exact order I did everything in. Towards the beginning, I added in some shoulders. So every day I do an exercise or a split. This was back, I put in some shoulders. Today, or the day after I filmed this, I actually did chest, and I put in some back exercises. Legs are going to be tomorrow, and I will put in some more shoulders or something else. I will tend to always add in a little bit of another muscle group, specifically of a specific area that I'm trying to target. So over this coming bulk, a couple of the areas that I'm actually working on are my back, my shoulders, and my arms. More specifically on my back is the lower lats. As you'll see, I don't like, I just want them to come out a little bit more. So I've been doing a lot more supinated grip for my rows and some supinated lat pull downs as well, specifically trying to target that area. Maybe some single arm pulls as well. I'm not sure about you, but generally speaking, whenever I have my protein in the gym, I like to wash it down with some water. I don't know why, but protein just leaves that like really sweet taste in my mouth, and I prefer to just wash it down with water. What types of things, so I do have a question, what types of things do you do to hold yourself accountable? Not just in the gym, but anywhere at work or anything like that, or to reach your goals. I used to track all of my workouts in a spreadsheet, and the objective was to be sore the first day after a workout. If I was not sore after the first day after a workout, I would not count that, because I want hypertrophy. I want to be sore. I want muscle damage. So that's what I would use as my proxy for whether something was a good workout or not. And I just wanted to know some of the things that you were doing. Maybe that will be helpful for me. Maybe it will be helpful for somebody else. Put it down in the comments section. This is where you get to see the midsection is put on a lot of, well, I'm probably holding a lot of water, but you get to see there's a lot more fat on, definitely. I think at this, I'm at 222 pounds. Anyway, make sure to press that subscribe button to see other videos like this in the future. And I thought it ended there, as you could tell. I guess it ends shortly. Yeah, there you go. Lower lats still need a lot of work, I feel like. But then again, at 15 pounds less of fat, maybe not as much.